Hey guys, it's Pastor. Welcome to another episode in the Don't Be Noob series. Today we're going to be talking about Rush. So today we're going to be talking about Rush from the attacker's perspective and three roles as infantry that are key to success. Number one is the aggressive medic, the assault who is really just pushing that objective, sticking on the front lines. And if you're going to be that role, I highly recommend that you pick a weapon that's got the rate of fire that can put you up in those front lines and you can be dropping infantry. Today I'm using the FAMAS because, well, it's just lots of fun. Number two role is the supportive engineer. He can be near the front lines too, but if the enemy is using lots of armor or aircraft, that engineer really needs to be dealing with those things so that those medics can keep the assault going and push for the MCOMs. And then there's the third role, and that's a supportive sniper. And this is really a highly situational role where it's going to depend on if that MCOM has visibility so that from a mountain or a ridge or something like that, he can actually snipe people off of the MCOM once it's been armed. Outside of that, I really don't have a lot of roles for the sniper class. I would say that Rush is more for medics and engineers. Okay, so as you can tell, I've opted for the role of aggressive medic. And with that role, there's two primary focuses I have. Focus number one is killing infantry. Focus number two is securing the area so that we get the arm and finish it off. Now, I'm not going for the arm in a lot of these MCOMs, and the reason for it is I'm trying to secure the area so that my team can get the arm. Because I'm being a highly effective killer, so it's more advantageous for my team if I'm supporting them, just like I did right there, getting that dome shot. And I'm completely out of FAMAS ammo, which kind of sucks. So I'm hanging out in this building, which is going to give me a good vantage point on anyone trying to get to that MCOM. We failed on that attack. I think they finally got me. So if you've got armor and you're a medic, you can support that armor. Even though you can't repair it, you can stop people from C4ing it, just like you saw there. And there's another guy, I guarantee you, that too was working around to try and C4 our tank. So with controlling the area, if you can pick a flank or a section that you can take responsibility over, see, now I've got the right side locked down. Nobody is going to be outflanking us on the right and coming in behind us as long as I take this position. And when you're watching a flank, you don't have to watch it 24/7, like you see me peek back and forth. That's more in the timing of the battlefield, which I did in another video. Okay, so I've got my lane, which is on the right, so there's two big things I need to be paying attention to. One is the ticket count, and the other is the success I'm having in the lane I've chosen to attack. If my team is bleeding tickets like crazy, then really I need to step it up a notch and make something happen. And I can do that by successfully pushing through my lane, and that comes into play with the other thing to consider. If you're not having success in your lane, if you're not getting picks, if you're just dying, you're part of the problem. And the best thing for you to do is to either change your tactic on your particular lane or switch over to a different lane of attack. Like if I'm not having success on the right, then I should try and switch to the left or the center and try and push that. Because the guys I'm running into, for one reason or another, have my number dialed. In this particular scenario, I have their number dialed and I'm dominating the right lane. And it's proving to be very successful for my team. So once you've gotten the arm on the MCOM, you have to make a decision on whether or not you're going to stay in close proximity to the MCOM. In other words, you're keeping eyes on the objective. Or you're going to push a flank to try and stop the enemy from getting around to you and being sneaky and getting to disarm that way. Or you're going to push straight forward and try and push the enemy back to buy enough time that the MCOM blows and you go to the next one. I don't recommend really pushing forward like that unless the other team is just completely getting rolled, because it's usually just going to result in your death and it's not usually going to help too much. If you're going to do anything, I would keep eyes on objective or push a flank. I'm going to go more with pushing a flank as a general rule than eyes on objective. There's usually somebody that will do that. But if nobody's around the MCOM, then you need to take the initiative and be that guy. So a quick note when it comes to squad work or teamwork, and picking your spawns is going to be a biggie. It's the same with Conquest. However, Rush and Conquest are a little different, and in Conquest, you really don't want to spawn on a guy who's currently getting shot at. But the dynamic is a little different in Rush. And there's scenarios where a guy getting shot at isn't necessarily the worst person to spawn up, particularly if you've got several team members in that area that are medics and reviving. If you got a good squad that can revive, I would sometimes go with the risk. I did it at one part in here when we're up in the construction building. I had a full squad there, and we were reviving each other, and it worked out okay. At first, I thought it was a horrible, horrible idea, and I'd made some kind of epic mistake. But we ended up getting the win on that one, so it turned out not so bad. Okay, so one last quick tip for you. If your team is attacking, steamrolling through the MCOMs, do not slow down. Okay, a lot of teams slow down after like the second set that they've gone through really fast, and they give the defenders a chance to set up their defense, and then it's just really hard to break through, and so many attacking teams that did well originally lose because of it. Well guys, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, all that good stuff. If you have comments or suggestions for future videos, leave them below, and have a great day. God bless everyone.
Good game.
I'm going to say that's acceptable.